Welcome back, people, to another glorious
I don't think
episode.
anybody's ready for that yet.
They have to be. My
Mm-mm.
beautiful pipes. I need to get them ready to go. I got a
I
nighttime
don't know if
job,
that's
and I need those pipes to be nice and loose, if you know what I mean.
yeah. I don't
Hey!
think that's the pipes they're talking about, sir.
Welcome back to another episode of Up the Gut. We're going to go over the last 2 of 3 games of the NFL season because you know what doesn't matter?
Football season.
And the NFL doesn't care? The fucking Pro Bowl. Pro Bowl doesn't fucking count. I don't know what the hell that is. They got to figure that out. So that game don't fucking count. So we have 3 games left, and 2 of them are this weekend. Very sad news right there. Makes me want to cry. It's how I go to sleep every night. I cry myself to sleep. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for following. Keep it up. Keep doing what you're doing. We're going to keep doing this. And yeah. Beautiful people, thank you. Yes, I do get mistaken for Mariah Carey all the time. All right. Anything before we kick it off with our Yell at Mel's?
Not really just a yell at Mel, just kind of more of a statement that the Big Ten owns college football.
Ooh, they do.
This man right here, this dork, this absolute dork, was pretty gutsy in the national championship game, and Indiana holding on against the U. And that makes it 3. Yeah, PU. Yeah, PU. That whatever that is. Michigan cheated to get their championship. The NCAA said that they're not going to take it away, so it still counts. Ohio State gloriously took down everybody in their path to win theirs, and then Indiana just dominated pretty much everybody. When everyone's like, "Yeah, it's Indiana," they beat Iowa, Illinois. Who cares? Then they started beating some big boys. Mendoza started showing why he deserved the Heisman. Signetti showed why he is, if not the best, one of the best coaches in college football. And they did it. They won a national championship, something other than basketball. So that's 3 straight for the Big Ten. I honestly, Ohio State, we're reloading. I have my doubts because of the schedule. I would look for maybe Oregon, Penn State, and Indiana to make a run at the title next year.
You think Penn State? Penn State is probably the biggest team to reload this year. They are the Penn State Cyclones.
So here's the thing about that. Penn State, they don't have to beat anybody until the Big Ten title game.
That's true.
And it's not even like who they scheduled outside of conference. Their conference schedule is light as hell, and it's not a shot because it's on the rotation. But I'm pretty sure they missed Ohio State, they missed Indiana, they missed Oregon, like all the big boys.
Yeah.
You don't play them, and everybody else is running a gauntlet. So I can see where it might take a couple of weeks for Penn State to actually get there. Penn State they were leaderless, and he lost the locker room. They're graduating some stars, but it's not like they were just the starters and everybody else was garbage. Penn State always recruits good. Now you got Matt Campbell coming in. He had an okay program at Iowa State. I can see him winning 10, 11 games, getting to the dance. That's all you got to do is get into the dance and go.
Well, they did get that Iowa State QB, Rocco Beck, I think that's how you say his name, who was a top QB in the portal. People wanted him, but he followed his coach. He got a lot of Iowa State guys. Carson Henson, who I think is going to be a good back for them because they lost every single running back. Even the guys that were supposed to still be there after Singleton and Allen left, they lost them all. I don't think there's a single running back left. They lost all their tight ends, but they got the 6'7", 6'8" guy from Iowa State, which is insane. I didn't know he's that tall. They got a couple other pieces, so we'll see what they do. But congratulations to Indiana, the first undefeated team to win the national championship there. I think they're the first to go undefeated in the entire.
No, I mean there have been undefeated national champions before.
Yeah,
but that was like the BCS era.
I mean
the
playoffs.
Expanded to once they expanded to the playoffs, they're the first team to go undefeated and win the national championship. They also set the record for most wins in a single season with 16.
No, they tied Yale from 1984 or whatever it was.
I don't care about that. That doesn't count.
I'm just telling you, Yale was the last one to go 16-0.
I understand that, but that falls in right behind my conspiracy theory about the Army winning national championships only during the years of World War II. Look it up.
I'm just saying, though, technically they are tied with one. You could put them, obviously, I'm going to put them better than the Yale team in 1984 or wherever the fuck it was.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, I will do that. But congratulations to them. Great run. Glad they won because Carson Beck is a bitch. And we will get into the breakdown of that bitch when we start going over our draft process, which will begin right after the Super Bowl.
Amen.
Maybe we'll do a little bit at the end of the Super Bowl.
Actually,
to make that episode longer than 10 minutes, but we'll see.
I have a little preview of that to knock out before we go over the 2 games.
Okay, my yell at Mel is I just want to know, can we just figure out what a fucking catch is at this point? Because I'm fucking tired of it every single week. People want to argue the Cooks catch was an interception or whatever it was, and then the Davante Adams one later on in that game, or that one he was clearly down and they ripped the ball out, whatever. If you have possession of the ball when your knee hits and that's a catch, the Cooks catch was a catch. Because technically he's down, and then he rips the ball after he's on the ground. That's a catch. That's not an interception. That's not a fumble. That's nothing. Because then every single time a player's getting tackled to the ground and the ball gets ripped out, that's a fumble or interception. That's how it should be. Because technically Cook's ass, knee, whatever hit as he still technically had possession. And then as he's rolling over, the guy rips it out. Oh, it's still a battle. Well, then every single fucking time that happens, it's still a battle. You can't pick and choose. You got to define what a catch is in those situations. Are you going to let them fight until they decide who has the ball? Or when his knee hits and he has the ball, is he down? Because if he is, you got to stay consistent. It can't change from referee to crew to crew. That's bullshit. I'm not a Bills fan or anything like that. Yeah, I would like to see Josh Allen, win one. He's he's trying, sometimes tries too hard. Now he doesn't have to worry about his coach, who I heard was pushing for Keenan Coleman. The GM didn't want Keenan Coleman, but he's a player guy or whatever. Took Keenan Coleman, regrets it. Don't blame him. Didn't like Keenan Coleman, not in the second round. But they got to draft a wide receiver. They're gonna have a new head coach, whoever the fuck it is. Figure it out. But if Brandon Cooks wasn't a catch, then Davante Adams wasn't a catch because they were both down when they caught the ball. And then all of a sudden it wasn't because he rolled over and it's stupid. It's fucking stupid. Figure out what a fucking catch is in the offseason and we might have better refs. I don't know. Get him some glasses. Get him a whole fucking binoculars. Get him a monocle so at least one eye can see. I don't even care. Just figure out what a fucking catch is. Or make New York get involved every single time and just say fuck it. Make New York get involved in every one of these situations and then we could blame one single person, which would be New York, on are you fixing the games or not. So here we go. That's all I got. You go ahead and do your thing.
All right. So last week with the pick'ems, mind you, we're just doing this for funsies, and it is a little bit about bragging rights. Your boy went undefeated, 4-0. Mr. Higgins had a little bit of a rough week. We had to rub some honey on his nipples just to make him feel a little bit better.
I don't even care. I was sick, but I also won $720, so I don't.
He
did.
Give a shit. So he's winning at life right now.
I was sick, and it was a bad time. It was absolutely horrible. But winning $720 because of NFL games, I'll fucking take it.
We'll put a little asterisk on that. He won it, but that really means that his girl won it. So kind of evens out. Oh, she only knows you won 50. I got you, my friend. I'm going to replace a little bit of the other stuff with that, which is I'm going to give you just a little preview of my early mock draft. Some would say it's too early.
He's been doing them since like fucking October. He does them since like October. Mid-season, he's doing mock drafts. The man's crazy.
I love it.
I haven't even thought about it yet because the football season's still going on. I haven't even thought about it yet.
Yeah. Well, besides, midget amputee porn, I like to draft. I mean, so I'm just going to give you my top 5 right now, just for a preview, and then I am going to tell you who I have your Dallas Cowgirls taking. Number 1 would be the man behind me. It's kind of a foregone conclusion. They're going to make that mistake. Not that I don't like the kid. I just don't think he's worth the number 1 overall pick. I kind of just feel like it's a quarterback-needy team, and he's literally only one that has any type of future in this league. The Jets, I have them taking Caleb Downs. This was a little bit of a hard pick for me, just because I hear that Bain is really icing up draft boards, and he officially accepted an invite to the Senior Bowl today. So to try and dissuade some of those people that are saying that he's like, 'cause he has short arms, but everyone in a draft has short arms that people don't like. Oh, he's got little T-Rex arms. What happened to Will Campbell? And now he's playing in the AFC Championship game as the left tackle. I really don't want to hear it. My only knock against Bain, he's a little bit of a hothead. He does have a high motor, but that motor kind of dies the more that they're on the field. And he kind of needs to work on his conditioning, in my opinion. I'm not saying he's not a great pass rusher. I'm not saying he's not strong as hell. All I'm saying is he's about to go up against grown men. And I'm saying that he's about to go, if you're going to expect him to be the next Myles Garrett or whatever, third, fourth quarter, he can't have his motor be going halfway. That's all I'm saying. So in that, with that being said, I had the Jets taking Caleb Downs, the safety from Ohio State. His floor is Pro Bowl. His ceiling is forever. So I think the quarterback of the defense would be Caleb Downs. Arizona, they need a quarterback, but the only one was already taken. So I think they kind of start fortifying that team a little bit to take a quarterback in 2027. That's why I have them taking the offensive tackle from Miami. I can't say his name. Mauigoga, Francis Mauigoga. He's just going to start. He's going to go right over to the left side of the line, and you can forget about it for 10 years. The next two are receivers. I have the Titans taking Jordan Tyson. I do love my Buckeyes. As of right now, before the combine and stuff, I kind of feel like Jordan Tyson has a little bit more of a ceiling and a lot lower floor than Carnell Tate. You know what you're going to get with Carnell Tate. He's not going to blow you away with speed. He's going to run good routes. He's going to have sure hands. But if you expect him to be like a JSN, a Puka, I don't see it. I see him being a 5-catch, 60-yard guy and a touchdown. You know, like that kind of thing. Jordan Tyson could be that guy, just take over games. So I kind of think Tennessee gets Cam Ward, his new number one receiver, to go with a DK and that tight end whose name slips my mind. And then I have the Giants taking Carnell Tate. They already have Malik Neighbors. Now they get Batman or Robin. Improve that passing game for Jackson Dart. Wan'Dale Robinson can move into the slot where he can go against linebackers and just do all kinds of dumb little routes that short people do. At 12, I have your Cowboys taking David Bailey, defensive end from Texas Tech. This dude's a little bit of a throwback. He reminds me a little bit of, and I hate to say this because I hate comparisons, but the way he just conducts himself is a lot like Reggie White. He doesn't wear wristbands. He doesn't wear fingertips. He doesn't wear gloves. He's bare the whole time. He's not flashy.
Looks like the creative player in Madden, where it's just
exactly. It's like, you know what? I got the helmet. I don't need all this other stuff. He's just a throwback guy. He works hard. I've never seen anything from any other scout or anything like that saying that he's a character problem. He had his options to make more money. He said, you know what? I'm already here making money at Texas Tech. I'm staying. And then at 20, it's the Cowboys. They have to take an offensive lineman.
Of course.
Caden Proctor from Bama. I think he's a guard.
You think he's going to fall that far?
I do. Honestly, I think he's a guard. He's 6'7", 330 pounds. He is strong as a bull, and he is just a straight road grader. And to me, if you're that big, I have a fear that he's going to be Robert Gallery. So the ones who remember Robert Gallery. The Raiders took him, put him at right tackle, and he just got mollywopped by a bunch of dudes with speed. They moved him inside the guard, and he was serviceable. I think that if I'm getting into a fight in a tight, confined space, I don't want to fight the guy that is a road grader. Now, that's just me. I think that the Cowboys end up pushing him into guard.
If they take him,
yeah,
I think they keep him at left tackle where he's been playing, and then move Guyton back over to right tackle where he played his entire college career.
And then what? Steele would drop down to being the swing guy.
What?
You guys still have Terrence Steele, right?
Yeah, I don't care about Steele. Steele could die. I don't want him to die. But like he could get cut. Team. I don't care what happens. He hasn't been the same player since he tore his ACL, and it's been about 2 years. He hasn't been the same. He was really good. He got paid. I get that money back. And then you keep Smith and Booker on the inside. Mm-hmm. And then you keep BB in center, but then you keep Proctor at left tackle, and then you just move Guyton over to right tackle. Because they've been having issues with Guyton anyways, where they kind of look like they keep making him compete all the time because he keeps having issues where he's just inconsistent, and they need a consistent left tackle. So I think if they didn't move him inside and they paired him on the side of Tyler Smith, their all-pro left guard, he can help him stay what he needs to stay. And then Guyton will have less of an issue pass blocking because he won't be the blind side. Yeah. And Dak can see someone coming when he fucking misses a fucking block for whatever reason. But I didn't like the Tyler Booker pick last year because I thought we need a wide receiver. They fixed it with Pickens. But Tyler Booker really panned out for him. I'm pretty sure he made the first team all-rookie team this year for guard.
Yeah, you're right.
So I wouldn't be mad at it because they have 2 firsts. And I'm tired of offensive linemen in the first round because we need so much other shit on defense. But if they did that, I'd be okay with it.
Yeah,
I'd be okay, especially if Proctor fell. I think Proctor is top 15, top 10 talent in my opinion, just for his size and his raw ability.
Yeah.
Because that's what you're really drafting here. You know, you're not drafting for need. It's kind of like best available raw ability that I can morph into this. And the Cowboys are really good at morphing offensive linemen because it's all they know how to scout. So.
And honestly, the biggest things that I've seen the knock on him, besides his conditioning, is he has his nose over his toes, so he relies too heavily on his size sometimes. His hand placement's not good, and sometimes his footwork gets a little sloppy. That's all correctable.
Yep.
So you get him with some
pro
coaches,
size.
And all of a sudden,
you can't fix size.
You can't
teach
massive.
Him. So.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah, your Colts don't have a first-round pick this year. That's right.
No.
Well, have fun first. You could root for the Cowboys when we're doing.
We'll wait till 2027 to make a first round pick. Yeah. Oh
Yay.
wait, no, we can't.
You got anything else for us for again these 2 games?
No. Let's get it.
All right. First game we got is the Patriots, son of a bitch, back in the conference championship against the Broncos. Patriots coming off the win of 28-16 against the shitty Stroud Texans, and the Broncos coming off the win in OT against the Bills, 33-30. May looked pretty good, made some good-ass throws in the snow against a good-ass defense. Tell you that fucking much. Not a lot of yards, pretty throws, 3 touchdown passes, no picks. They made it look pretty good. The defense made Stroud look like complete doo-doo, like he is in the playoffs. He's complete doo-doo. People want to be like, oh, he has more wins. Oh, my God, he has so many wins in the playoffs. Yeah, his defense has wins. He's on the verge of being cut. This man ain't going to get his 5th-year option. He's on the verge of one more season, and Davis Mills replaces him because he's doing doo-doo work out there. He didn't have Nico Collins, and then they lost another wide receiver or whatever, but, like, he wasn't making it look good. He wasn't helping.
No.
These throws were bad. These were just bad
throws.
Even
if Nico Collins was on the field, when you drift back 7 yards and throw something blind straight up in the air, doesn't matter who your fucking receivers are. That's getting picked.
Yeah, the throws were behind him. They were over him. They weren't good. And he wasn't good against the Steelers. He wasn't the reason why they beat the Steelers. Right. He was the reason they should have lost to the Steelers. That's what the fuck that was. He did not help his team at all. Yeah, people were surprised that he wasn't replaced at halftime with Mills. He was this fucking close. But, they probably should have. They might have had a better chance, honestly. That neck is long as hell. He could see 40, 50, 90 yards down the field. Jesus Christ. They got to find a way to get Henderson going as well. He only averaged 2 yards per carry this game. Stevenson's doing really well in the playoffs. It's an experience. It gets it going. I think teams are keying in on the run more when Henderson's in there because they know how explosive he is. And then Stevenson's in there, and they're like, we'll see what happens. And that see what happens is kind of biting them in the ass.
Yeah.
If this was the college playoffs, the Broncos would not be in it because they lost their QB. Bo Nix is dead. He's dead. Broke his ankle. Whatever the hell happened. Didn't find out till after the game. I'm not sure what play it was because he played the rest of the game. I think they're just fixing to get the Patriots back in the Super Bowl. This is a week that they're going to have to figure out, do they know that running backs exist? That they have them on the team? Because Bo Nix led them in attempts with 12 last week, which is insane. Are you going to make this guy, this beautiful human being, this is a beautiful man, total homo, beautiful man.
He's no Sam Howell. He's got that chiseled jawline that has escaped me since I was 8.
That is a beautiful backup QB right there. You're going to make this man throw the ball 50 times?
Not going to work.
I don't know, man.
Do you know the last time he started a game?
Wasn't it like 2 years ago or something like that? It was for the Raiders, wasn't it? It was for the Raiders.
It was against the Raiders. It was 2023, week 18. And then the previous season before that, he played for the Raiders.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a while. You know how many games he played in this year? 1, because he kneeled the ball.
Yeah, against the Cowboys.
That's what he did. He went out for a kneel. That was 26. It. He had 1 carry for negative 1 yard. That was it. That's the entire action. He didn't throw a pass all season. Even when they were blowing teams out, they didn't even put him in.
Right.
Because Bo Nix. Bo Nix. I mean, the defense caused enough havoc to make Allen do Allen stuff, trying to be Superman and all that. Before I get into my numbers, you go ahead and take it away.
Yeah, we've already beat, Stidham to death with his lack of playing. And it's not really any fault of his own. He was on the Raiders. They mismanaged a lot of people. He goes to the Broncos. And, they end up getting Nix, and you spend a first-round pick on somebody. And was he? Yeah, he had to have been a first-round pick. And you kind of have to start that guy, or why else did you take him? You know what I mean? The rest of the team, though, this is my concern. The most punchable face in the world doesn't like to run the ball. Between R.J. Harvey and McMillan, they have 10 carries combined, 41 yards. Mm-hmm. That's not going to cut it. You are not. I don't care how good your defense is. I don't care who you're playing. You're going to put up a backup quarterback that hasn't played in over 2 years, and you're going to expect him to wind up and throw the ball 40, 50 times a game. It's not going to work, Sean Payton. If you try to do that, you're going to lose this week. You're not
stubborn.
going. He is 100% stubborn. The thing that got to me last week was he came back to the podium, and I understand you have to back your players, you have to do this or that, but the way he said it and what he said really rubbed me the wrong fucking way. He came back to the podium to announce that Bo Nix did break a bone in his ankle. This is a knee surgery. He's out. And I have a backup quarterback that would start for several teams in this league. Like that, whether that's true or not, you are literally painting a picture on this guy's back. And the Patriots are not going to hold back. Vrabel's not going to fucking care. He's going to attack him. He's like, go ahead, beat me with your arm, Jared Stidham. Unless Peyton can check his ego at the gate, I know who I'm taking this championship. I'm not even going to go into the Patriots because they didn't really have a test last week. You know what I mean?
Fun fact about Stidham, he was actually the number 1 dual threat QB in his class. He was a 5-star prospect.
What year was that? I bet you I didn't weigh what I weighed back then.
What year was
I think he's like a 9-year pro, right?
No, I think he's 6 years in. He's 29, so he's probably about 6 years in.
So if he gets drafted at 22, he's like 6 or 7.
Let me see, because he's 29 right now, so.
Mm-hmm.
He was. Oh, my fucking eye is what it is. It was. What fucking year was this? 2016, he committed to Auburn. He enrolled in 2017, and he was in the draft in 2019. He was, on Rivals, a 5-star 98. 98. Number 1 dual threat, 13 nation. Number 2 in Texas. That was the recruit he was.
That
Didn't
was a
pan
long
out
time.
that well. But
Yeah, no.
he can move. So that's going to be to his advantage. Maybe he can still move. I don't know. He's 29 now. I don't know.
His legs are fresh.
Well, here we go. So run
Yeah.
pass, Patriots 53-47. Broncos a high 58-42. Are they going to realize that they're going to have to rely on the fast some more? Or are they going to be like, listen, you're Bo Nix now. You're going to throw it 40 times and run it 12. Good luck. And you know what?
Mm-hmm.
They might be down so much in this game because of Stidham not being able to perform like they need him to, that he's going to have to throw it 40 times and take off 12 times this game. It might just fall back on him, only because Sean Payton doesn't know he can run the ball, and he's not going to run it in the beginning, and then he's not going to run it when he's down. Mm-hmm. So it's not going to matter.
Just think about this for 1 second. If they win, they have Stidham as their starting quarterback in the Super Bowl.
Nick Foles.
No.
Nick Foles.
No.
Anyways, Patriots with the number 4 offense passing with 251. Broncos 7th in pass defense with 187. Broncos pass offense is 11th with 224. That might go down. Patriots pass defense is 9th. This is not a good defense to be a backup QB and start your first game of the season with 194 per game. The Patriots rush O is 6th with 129. The Broncos rush D is 2nd with 91. And the rush offense for the Broncos is 16th with 119. And the Patriots rush D is 6th with 102. The Broncos are going to have a tough time this game. Even if he tries to run the ball, it's going to be even if he tries to run the ball, it's going to be tough. My only key factor on this is Bo Nix being out. That's the only thing you need to know. There's no other key factor in this entire game that truly matters to the extent of your starting QB is not in the conference championship game a week before you get there. So you have your backup QB. You're the number 1 seed. It didn't happen the last week of the season where he had like a week and then he had last week to, he played, he did well. This is it. This is one game before this is it.
That's it, yeah.
It's not a Nick Foles situation because Nick Foles got some playing time during the season because Wentz tore his ACL and that whole thing during that MVP caliber season he was having. This is, hey, good luck. I'm sending you to the Wolves of a really good defense with a really defensive-minded coach who can win games. So good luck. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go Patriots. I'm
gonna go Patriots as well.
As much as I'd love this beautiful man to win because he's so beautiful with that smile and that chin. Ooh, Death Craft. Mm-hmm. I just can't do it. I'm gonna go babyface.
Yeah, no, it boils down to. Yes, he's been in the system for a couple years. Yes, he knows what's happening. But there's a huge difference between practice squad and the New England Patriots. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm sure he wasn't getting any first-team reps during practice.
He probably wasn't getting any reps during the season because Bo Nix was getting them all.
100%.
He got 0 reps all year.
Up to the playing speed. And they're gonna have to run the ball. They're gonna have to play great defense. They're gonna have to make this game a lot shorter, have the possessions a lot less for them to get a chance. He's going to need reps. He's going to need to get into the flow. You're not going to get a week into practice and then throw your first game in 2 years. And you know what? If he goes out and balls out, I'll come back in 2 weeks and say, you know what, I was wrong. I just don't see it. I really don't see it. And unfortunately, I think Patriots dynasty is just beginning again. Yeah.
All right. Last game, Rams at Seahawks, round 3, baby. Another round 3 for the NFC West there. That's crazy. Oh, my God. Talk about a really good division.
Mm-hmm.
You got the Rams coming off the win of 20-17 against the Bears in OT. And the Seahawks coming off an absolute brutal murder. And the cops had to be called because there was so much blood, just disgustingness, and organs everywhere. 44-6 against the 49ers, who now do not have their defense coordinator. Robert Saleh has another chance at deserving a head coach with the Tennessee Titans. Congratulations.
Yep. Well deserved.
I did say he was going to get another shot somewhere. He deserved it. Mm-hmm. Didn't know it was going to be with the Titans. And didn't know it was going to be the week after they lost. So, I mean, I called it. I called it. You heard it here first, people.
Listen, between you and I, we know things. We don't know specific things. We just know things. We came on and we said estimated about 10 coaches were going to lose their jobs. I didn't think that fucking Taylor was still going to be employed or Aaron Glenn was going to be employed. But we hit the number exactly at 10. So
you hit exactly
one little dick wag to us. Yeah.
Anyways, Rams, Stafford's off. The Stafford in the offense did not look good. You could blame the cold. Yeah, that's fine. They don't want to say the cold did anything. He was wearing his fucking swimsuit or whatever the hell he was wearing. And they were putting cayenne pepper in their fucking shoes. You know, they were trying everything.
Yeah.
Didn't fucking matter. The cold mattered. And Sean McVay being stubborn like Sean Payton and not running the ball when he fucking should have, instead of passing it all the time. You know, like, oh, we got the ball back. Let's pass it 3 times in a row for incompletion. Stafford's off tonight. Let's pass it. Don't do it. I don't care who the fuck your quarterback is. You guys have a good running back. You have a good tandem of running backs. Corum's actually come on. Run the ball. He's throwing him high. He's throwing him behind. He's throwing him low. He missed half his passes. He looked like fucking Caleb Williams out there, just going 50% for Christ's sakes.
It's that basketball mentality. Oh, you're in a slump? Shoot out of it. But, unfortunately, like, no, man.
Stop shooting threes.
You barely won. You almost lost to the Panthers in the fucking wild card round. You needed overtime to beat the Bears in this round.
I told you they look beatable.
Clearly, what you're doing is barely good enough. You maybe tweak a couple things, you might just be that much better.
I told you they were looking very beatable lately. They're cracking. They were fucking cracking. They almost cracked this one. They almost completely cracked. They almost lost to fucking Caleb Williams. The defense did not get a sack. They did make Caleb Williams run around a lot, but they did get 3 INTs by making Caleb Williams stay in the pocket because he's blind as shit. The only good plays he made were outside the fucking pocket.
Who said don't blitz this guy, make him read?
Every single time.
I'll have to watch. Yeah. I'll have to watch past episodes to see who that was.
You're fucking crazy, right? Seahawks didn't see it fucking coming, especially a third game. You know, even if you pick the Seahawks to win, there's no way in hell you see him winning by almost 40 fucking points. There's no fucking way. They did lose Zach Charbonnet, so it all falls down on Kenneth Walker now. They said it's significant knee injury. I didn't see the specifics of it, but he's going to need surgery. It starts out my dynasty team with a guy on IR already for next year. So
Charbonnet tore his ACL.
Oh, it's ACL? Okay, I didn't see the specifics. So look at that. I already have a guy on IR, and we didn't even start the fucking year yet. It's another year of that shit. Here we fucking go. I quit! Absolute dominance since the kickoff. I mean, the first fucking kickoff right to the fucking house. That set the fucking tone. Smoke still in the air. The picture they got of that and everything from the fireworks pregame. Phenomenal. It was great. Shaheed actually paid off. And then Darnold on whatever horse tranquilizers he was on for that oblique injury. He did not see any ghost. Nothing went wrong for him. He looked like he was a new man, and he didn't know where he was except for Cloud 9. So there's that. What do you got for us before I go into the numbers?
So combined, Stafford 44 of 84. Yes, in 2 games he has thrown 84 passes at 40 years old. 562 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception, 1 fumble. Tyron's leading them with 144 yards, 2 touchdowns. Puka 15 catches, 167 and 1. Seattle only played the 1 game, and it was public execution, which I thought was illegal to air. But what do I know? Back during the season, they did play obviously in the same division. They played twice. Seattle lost to the Rams by 2 on the road. That game, Darnold threw 4 interceptions. He still only lost by 2 points. And then when they played later on in the year, Seattle won in overtime, 38-37. Stafford threw 457 yards and 3 touchdowns. Still wasn't enough.
They should have won that fucking game, and they gave it up.
Yeah.
They fucking gave it. They pulled the Packers. They gave it up at the end.
Mm-hmm. The one thing that of note is these 2 teams, between the 2 of the games, they only had like 1 or 2 sacks total. The first meeting, no sacks, and then I think the Rams had a sack or two. Seattle had the sack. Stafford did. They're gonna have to get to him, make him hurt, make him get the ball out quicker, especially if he's been dropping back as many times as he's going to. I'm pretty sure. Who was it? The Rams they had somebody on their defense just go down. I don't remember. It's not somebody who is going to be definitely out, but I think he's questionable. What do you got for us? And I'll look that up.
All right, cool. So we got our Rams 57-43 pass run, and then the Seahawks are the only 50-50 team, which is a beautiful thing, and we see that it works very well. Rams have that number 1 passing offense at 268. Seahawks have the number 10 passing defense with 194. Seahawks passing offense is 8th with 228. Rams pass defense is their weakness at 19th with 217. The Rams rushing offense is 7th at 127, but the Seahawks rushing defense is 3rd, giving up 92. And then the Seahawks rushing offense is 10th with 123, and the rushing defense for the Rams is 12th at 111 per game. So they match up pretty well. 2 top offenses, 2 pretty decent defenses. The Seahawks defense, as we can see, when they are playing well, they are fucking playing well. When the team is playing well, they are fucking playing well. They are at home again with the 12th man. That's a key factor. One of the key factors is also the pass rush. Who can get one going? Obviously, the Rams didn't do it last week against Caleb Williams. Luckily for them, if they get to him like they were getting to Williams last week, they don't have to worry about Sam Darnold pirouetting, painting his nails, and then throwing it between his legs like a little ballerina to throw the fucking ball into God knows where. If they get there, they're going to get there. Is Stafford going to be on target? Is he going to be able to see? Is he going to be able to do what he needs to do? Or is he going to be off again? Because if he's off again and they throw the ball 40 times, you're not going to have the luxury of what you had last week with the boomer bust Bears defense and then Caleb Williams just being ass. You're not going to have the luxury of that. And then Walker. Is he going to be able to shoulder the load? There was a reason why Zach Charbonnet and him split a lot of carries this year, is because when Walker was the lead guy, he'd always get banged up. He'd be out for a couple games, out for a couple quarters. He'd have injury issues. Now it's him. Yeah, they have another guy there. They don't trust him as much as you trust your starting two that you view as like your starting two between Charbonnet and Walker. Walker's going to have to be the guy. He's going to have to take 20-plus carries against a defense who will try to punish you as much as they possibly can. A very good defense. Yeah, I mean, they're 12th in rushing defense, but it's only 111 yards. I mean, like, you're talking about like a less than 20 yards, difference between 3rd and 12th, 92 to 111. So, I mean, like, here we go. But it's going to be on Walker to set the tone and then just keep the tone. He's going to get majority of the carries. He's going to have to stay healthy in the game. He's going to have to push it. If they lose Walker for whatever reason, that's a huge fucking blow. And like that gets
real dicey after that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the guy that's out, potentially out, is their linebacker Iwusu. And he had 7 sacks during the season. So
yeah, he's
if they're going to try and get a pass rush, then going to kind of need him.
Yeah, I mean, like, I know these guys are playing round 3. We saw what round 3 did to the 49ers. The Rams, to me, are beatable right now, and the Seahawks are Superman. And they're home. I have to go Seahawks in this one. I know it's not going to be as cold, so Stafford and whatever, ain't going to be, oh my God, I need to wear my wetsuit again. But the Rams, I see cracks. I see cracks in their team. They are beatable. People have to see it as well. They aren't playing up to the standard that they were during the season. And it could be because Stafford's 40 years old and his arm's dying out from throwing it 50 times a game.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Seahawks here because they're just playing amazing. You can't go against them. They're playing amazing. And to me, we're going to have a Patriots-Seahawks playoff game, and will it come down to do the Seahawks run the ball or pass it on the 2-yard line again? We're going to see what happens there.
So there's 3 reasons why I'm going to go Seattle. 1, the game that they lost to the Rams, Sam Darnold threw 4 interceptions. The one that they won in overtime by a point, Stafford threw 457 yards. Those extremes, I don't think are going to happen this game. So the game you lost, your quarterback threw the ball and turned it over 4 fucking times. He had a real fucking TJ Stroud there.
Yeah.
And then the game that you barely won, the other team threw for over 450 yards. I don't see that happening. And then the third thing is we got a new pope. The last two times we got a new pope, the Seahawks won a Super Bowl. So it's kind of divine at this point. So
History
I am going to go
itself.
Seattle.
Yeah.
Exactly. Because we're in a simulation.
Yeah.
So to me, it's going to be a New England Patriot versus Seattle Seahawks. Extreme West versus Extreme East. They're going to meet in the Bay and see who's better. And it's actually going to be a Super Bowl I can sit down and enjoy and not have to worry about an annoying fan base getting more annoying.
You know what? Actually, if that pans out and they end up playing, the advantage is to the Patriots because they're going to be on that 4 to 8 p.m. time frame, body-wise, where their prime time players play. That's when your body's at prime time. People break a lot of records on that time frame when your body's in that range. And it actually goes 65%, I think it was, goes to the advantage of the team that is within that range, their bodies and everything like that. Sorry if you heard a screaming kid. We actually abduct children in this house and sell them. $2 a pop. Anyone wants? I'm kidding. Don't call him. That was my kid, unfortunately.
Yes, believe it or not, he is a responsible father. Very attentive. And, you kind of ignore her, but, that's fine.
Well, she got out of the basement just now, and I fucking have no idea how. So I got to figure out.
How did she break her chain again?
I don't know, man. I guess
that's scary. We got some industrial grade shit we got to
I know. She's Baby Hulk. She's bulk. Baby Hulk. It's crazy.
Yes, he's grooming the next linebacker for the Dallas
Cowboys. But that's all we got, guys, for this show.
We'll be taking next week off.
Yeah, we will be taking next week off like the NFL does for the Pro Bowl because it doesn't matter. We're going to take next week off. We will be back again in 2 weeks with the Super Bowl, doing the preview of that one, who we think is going to win. It's going to be another short one too. And then following that, we will start getting into our draft process. Lopes will have 40 mock drafts by the time that comes. I will be telling you who I think a good person is.
Can I let you in just a little bit behind the curtain?
Yeah, go ahead. Show us.
I have already done a 7-round mock draft. I have predicted how many compensatory picks teams will get, and I've already assigned players to teams who are undrafted free agents.
Fucking God. Lopes is going to put together a spreadsheet, put it in Google Docs, and let you guys actually he won't because he doesn't know how to do that. We will have to put together. I'll have to put together a spreadsheet so you can look at his entire breakdown of what he feels because you won't be able to read his handwriting if he just sends it that way.
No.
But if we get a spreadsheet together, it'll be okay.
My handwriting has been described as chicken scratch when the chicken had the stroke. So yeah, but I have probably watched, I don't know, somewhere roughly around 80 hours worth of draft tape on a couple people, a couple 20 people.
I have a little bit of a different process to it. I really, it's and I know it's weird. I don't seem to be wrong though when I do this though, so I'm not gonna knock it. I like to look at the combine, see what we're looking at with the players that actually compete there. But I don't like to look at numbers as a whole, like, oh, this guy threw 40 touchdowns or 30 touchdowns or whatever on the season. I don't give a shit. I really don't care. Right. I look at the three toughest teams that they played that entire year, and I see how they played against them. And that's all I care about. I don't give a shit what you did to Akron. I want to see how you did against Bama. I don't give a fuck about these other teams because you know what? That's great. You had 7 sacks against Akron, and then you were shut down against Bama. You were non-existent. I'm not drafting you, especially not in the first, second, third round. You're a 4th round pick, in my opinion, because you're not playing Akron. You're playing Bama-type players. I'm just using an example. Big Ten's number 1. Right. Ohio State players. You're playing these number 1 players every week. You're not playing Akron every week. You're playing the top guys in the nation every single week now. So I don't give a shit what you did against Middle Tennessee Tech or Fresno State or whatever. I don't care. I want to see you against the top teams, against the top players, one-on-one. If there's a top tackle from Fresno State, then I want to see the top end against him if they played. That matters. But other than that, I don't give a shit. I don't care.
I use film just to like start to sort these guys out. But then as I'm like the little bit of the practices that they're able to release, the games from the like the Senior Bowl and the All American Bowl and all that, I kind of that helps arrange some of them. And then yes, the combine is the Super Bowl for this shit. The combine goes in, and then that's pretty much where I'm just. That's it. This is my and then it goes. But I'm excited for it. I'm more excited about that than I am about.
I'm really excited.
The rest of the year.
I'm excited to see with these QBs at the combine because I feel like they're all gonna throw this year because there's nobody that should think. And Beck might not because he's a fucking bitch, but he better because he ain't that fucking talented. I can tell you that much. There's even Mendoza. Yeah, he's gonna be the number one pick or whatever. I'd still like to see him throw, and he has. Unless his agent really tells him not to, he seems like the type of person that's going to go throw. Maybe not run the 40 or whatever. I don't care about the 40 as much. I want to see them throw. I want to see them throw to receivers they don't know. I want to see them throw these routes. I want to see what they got. I want to see what their arm strength looks like on a corner or out route. I want to see if they can hit it or they can't. That's why I didn't like Ewers. I was like, oh my god, that arm looks like Tua's. It was so bad. But Tyler Shuck, I saw his arm, and I was like, he has a really good arm. If you could work on the rest, I said he could be a top guy, maybe like third or fourth. They took him in the second, but we see what he turned into. So, yeah.
But we'll get into more of that in a couple of weeks. I'm excited.
Yeah, we'll get into that. It's one of our favorite times of year. It's like Christmas. So there we go. Christmas past, and now we got Christmas future coming up. So anything else before we go?
Nope. Just thank you to everyone that continues to listen, share, like, comment. Even if it's a nasty comment, I know you're watching, and that puts our likes up. That puts our viewer up. And then once we get this shit going, and YouTube starts sending us stuff, you'll wish you never watched.
Yes, thank you guys so much for watching, liking, subscribing. Please start commenting more because we'd love to hear from you guys. We'd love to hear if you guys love us. We'd love to hear if you guys hate us. We just love being in your mouth and on your thoughts. If there's anything you'd like us to cover, if there's anything you'd like us to cover, anything you want us to go over, or anything you think would be interesting for us to talk about, please let us know. We will definitely cover it. We do take requests. They are $500 a piece, but we do take them. I'll take cash, so it's off the books, but it's fine. We'll work that out. No big deal. But again,
worry about our taxes. You worry about your taxes.
It's a write-off. You're donating to charity here.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you guys so much for liking, subscribing, following. Please keep it up. We're going to keep it up. Like I said, we're going to take next week off. And because we're like the NFL, we don't give a shit about the Pro Bowl. And then we'll be back the following week to go over the Super Bowl awards, whatever the hell we got going on. And then we're going to kick it right off after that. No breaks after that. We're going to go right into the draft process. Maybe take breaks in between those, depending on what we have news-wise, combine-wise, stuff like that. But we'll play it as it goes, and we'll let you guys know. So thank you guys so much. Keep it up. We're going to keep it up. And we'll see you again in 2 weeks. I know, don't miss us too much. 2 weeks, for another episode of Up the Gut. Bye. Bye, 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 bye.